Good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, where we have been dealing with a lot of heat, and this heat is going to continue through the day tomorrow. And that's why we have the 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert in effect. It was in effect for today. It's going to be in effect again for tomorrow, but we're adding something else into the recipe here for tomorrow, and that is we're going to have some storms that'll be developing as well. We've got this Weather Impact Alert in effect through Wednesday during the evening hours. We're going to have the hot weather as well as storms that'll be developing. Some of those could be strong. So what we want you to do, number one, be weather aware about the heat and be aware of the storms that could be developing out there. Make sure you have the 11 Alive app downloaded so you can keep an eye on radar throughout the day and take a look at those temperatures. And be sure to hydrate and limit your time outdoors. Number one, for a couple of reasons there. Limit your time outdoors because of the heat, and then also in the afternoon, not only dealing with the heat out there, but just be prepared that you may have to run for cover at times as some of these showers and storms will start to develop and move through our area. So let's take a look at those temperatures first and what we're going to be watching. We're expecting a high on Wednesday of 97 degrees, and the heat index would most likely get up to around 102. That's how it would feel to you because your body has to work harder to cool itself down and produce sweat. And when that sweat normally evaporates, it cools down your body, but when it's so humid, it inhibits that evaporation process and it slows it down, so your body then produces even more sweat, and that could dehydrate you. So definitely drink plenty of water during the day there. Now notice that the temperatures do trend down a little bit. It's still going to be hot, but just not as hot as it was today or as it's going to be tomorrow. We're talking about temperatures near 93 on Thursday and 93 on Friday, but with the heat index still feeling like between 95 and 97. So at least those heat index levels should be coming down to below 100 degrees. Now here's a look at the heat risk during the day here. And now this just updated. This is actually for Thursday and Friday. It just updated here at the top of the hour. But what we were kind of going to compare there is that for tomorrow, it was still showing, or the map that we were supposed to be showing there was still indicating some reds and purples, which is the extreme heat risk there. But it's going to be going down on Thursday to just more minor heat risks that we're going to be dealing with. As that cooler air comes in from Wednesday as well as into Thursday. But still warm tomorrow. We're talking Thursday and Friday with that cooler air that's going to be moving in. Here's a look at what we're watching also with radar. We're dry here in Atlanta, but we were watching a few showers and storms that had been developing up in far north Georgia and in parts of Tennessee and North Carolina. In fact, up in Clay County. So a lot of people ask, why is this one county highlighted here in North Carolina? That's because it belongs to the Atlanta viewing area, and we're responsible for letting them know about warnings that they have there. We did have, during our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast tonight, a severe thunderstorm warning for Clay County, North Carolina. That's just to the north of the Young Harris area and just north of the Lake Chattooga area as well. And we had some storms there, and they even had a flash flood warning for a while due to the heavy rain that came down with that. But now things are calming down in North Georgia. We had a couple of showers, excuse me, near Blue Ridge. You can see a couple of those lightning strikes near there. And then once this pushed down into Gilmer County, everything was really starting to kind of fall apart as well. And we didn't see any rain here in the Atlanta area or in the metro area, where we had dry conditions here for today. It was just still dealing with a lot of that heat out there. Now, we'll widen out and we'll show you kind of just the spotty nature of a few of these showers. We have some up in the mountains that are really kind of enhanced by this flow coming in and hitting the mountains and adding some more lift, giving them some showers and storms. That's in eastern Tennessee and closer to the North Carolina mountains. We also have this flow coming in, bringing a few showers to along the Panhandle. A couple of showers developed in parts of Mississippi as well, but those are not moving into our direction. So it is going to stay dry here for the rest of the nighttime hours, but it's also going to be very mild. This is a live look in Blue Ridge, where the sun just went down a little while ago. We still have some light there on the horizon though, and we could see a little bit of wetness on the roads where they had a couple of showers that moved through earlier with those showers up in far north Georgia. Here is our view from our tower cam. I want to show this to you full screen so you can see that beautiful beautiful view of, that's just what the sunset looks like after a really hot day here in Atlanta, where it is still showing a lot of orange there on the horizon. Beautiful view from our tower cam there on Arizona Avenue, looking over toward the west, and just all that color there within those clouds and along the horizon too. Oh, what a great way to end a very hot day. Now, let me show you what we're going to be watching with the almanac for today. We got up to 95 degrees. That was the high today. Now remember, yesterday we were thinking we could hit 98 or 99, but we just didn't quite get there. If we had hit 99, that would have been the record for today's date. That was previously set in 1930. The average high for this time of year, though, is 89. So we were still well above the average. And look at this low of 77 degrees. We're expecting to hit 77 again tomorrow morning. That's a very warm way to start the day. We should be starting off with temperatures this time of year around 70. And even that is a mild start to the day. But when you wake up in the morning and it's 3 degrees away from 80, yeah, you're going to start warming up pretty quickly during the day. Now, we have not seen any rain today, and that rainfall surplus is shrinking a little bit. We're now just a little bit less than 3/4 of an inch above where we should be in rainfall for the year. Now, we are still at the 9 o'clock hour at 90 degrees. Outside the city, we have more of those 80s around. Upper 80s though in Marietta, you're almost at 90, you're 89. 86 in Duluth, we've got 84 in Covington, Canton 86. We've got 70s in the mountains, so feeling a little bit better there. Lower 80s here on the south side in Peachtree City, LaGrange, and also over toward Thomaston. And look at this, the heat index, that temperature that's at 90 with the humidity around, it makes it feel like it's 95 still here. Again, this is at the 9 o'clock hour, feeling like 95 degrees outside. We also have heat index levels in the 90s in Covington and Duluth. Canton and Marietta, your heat index is at 94. Look at Rome, feeling like it's 97 right now at 9 o'clock at night. And then, of course, feeling much better up in the mountains of North Georgia. So here's how the temperatures warm today. We got down to 77 right before that 78 hourly that you see right here. Then we warmed into those 90s, pretty much held at 94 for a big part of the afternoon hours, really from 2 until 5, then bumped up to 95 at 6. That was the high for the day, and then pushed now down to 90 degrees. Only a little bit of cooling here into the evening hours. But the sun just went down, and we'll see those temperatures cooling off just a little bit more. Now, it's going to be another mild start at 77 in the morning with partly cloudy skies, then warming quickly. We're already going to be at 84 at 9, 91 at 11, then climbing to 94 at 1, getting up to 97 potentially in the afternoon hours. But these temperatures are going to be highly dependent on whether or not these storms develop and land in your area before those temperatures reach the maximums for the day. So that could help to cool things down where some folks may not make it up to 95 or 97 if they have some rain-cooled air coming in with those scattered showers that we think are going to be developing. And again, some of those could turn strong in those afternoon hours. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center has placed most of Metro Atlanta and a big part of North Georgia in a level 2 of 5 risk for severe storms. That means that, yes, we're going to have some scattered storms around. Some of those could turn severe. Not everybody is going to be encountering severe storms tomorrow, but the ones that pop up could be strong. And we also have a level 1 risk in Northwest Georgia for a little lower chance for some of those to turn strong for those afternoon hours tomorrow. So let me break down the forecast track for you. And again, tonight we are dry. We have a few clouds that are, mixing in with the moon and stars out there. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start off very mild. We'll have a few of those clouds that we're going to see around. Once we get to lunchtime, still that mixture of sunshine and clouds, but then look what happens in the afternoon. We're going to see some scattered showers just developing here. And this shows not necessarily exactly where each storm is going to pop up, but that just kind of shows you a coverage potential into those afternoon hours when we see some of these storms developing. And also that once we lose some of the heating of the day, that will start to calm down during the later evening hours, any of those showers that develop. And then going into Thursday, it's going to be another quiet start. Lunchtime is still quiet. We're going to warm up on your Thursday, but again, not as warm Thursday, as we're expecting here on Wednesday, we're talking more of the lower 90s. And again, we see the potential for these scattered showers and storms to redevelop, some of those lingering into the evening hours before they die out. And then going into Friday, another chance for some scattered showers, again, mainly in those afternoon hours to pop up. And on Thursday, Storm Prediction Center is putting us in that level 1 risk for some severe storms to take place. And it's all because of that intense heating, and the moisture that we have around can bubble up some of those scattered showers, and the ones that develop could turn strong. So that's what we're going to have to be watching for over the next couple of days. Now, look at these rain chances. I'm really thinking Wednesday is going to be the day with the highest rain chances at 50%. Then each and every day, there's really no rhyme or reason on these percentages. We're just going, 30% Thursday, maybe a little better chance Friday, a little lower chance Saturday, a little better chance again on Saturday. Really just a 30 to 40% chance for showers throughout that extended period. There is something else that we are watching out there right now. The first tropical storm of the season has developed in the northern Atlantic. This is Tropical Storm Andrea. Now, what's interesting with this is here we are over here in Atlanta. This is really far away from us. There's Bermuda. It's not even anywhere near Bermuda. This is way up into the northern Atlantic. It has winds of 40 miles an hour, moving northeast at 20. So that direction is important. Moving northeast, that means it's moving away, pushing this way, moving away from the United States. So it's not going to have any impact on us. In fact, we really don't think this is going to hold together much longer. By 2 a.m., this most likely may be a depression. So this would be a very short-lived tropical storm that impacts no one. We call this a fish storm. It's impacting mainly the fish out in the Atlantic. Now, it could, as the remnants of the system move up toward the north and east, it could bring some rough surf to the Azores, but it's not going to be, a direct hit on them or anything like that. So really, the A storm is already called. It's a tropical storm, but it's lasting less than 24 hours, and it's not really impacting anybody at all. So that's the thing with tropical season. You hear us, talking about an above average number of storms that could develop, but that doesn't mean that all of them are going to hit the United States or hit the islands or hit a landmass or, Central America or Mexico or anything like that. So this is one that really didn't impact anybody, but it did briefly get up to tropical storm strength, and so it got a name. And you can see the spaghetti model still confirming that move up toward the north and to the east and kind of pushing away. Now, if you're wondering about those storm names, here's a list of them right now. Andrea, the first one, tropical storm. Barry will be next. Chantal, Dexter, Aaron, Fernand, Gabriel, and then you can see all the other ones from Umberto, Olga, all the way down to Wendy. Hopefully, we won't get through a lot of those names, but chances are we will get through a lot of those names, as this is expected to be an above average season. So there's that weather impact alert that we have here for your Wednesday, not only for heat, but also for some of the storms that are going to develop, a 50% chance for showers and storms. Then Thursday and Friday, those temperatures trend down below what we would have as weather impact alert criteria. And then as you can see here, even lower temperatures, lower 90s going into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then we're also watching those rain chances too, pretty much Thursday through Tuesday, that 30 to 40% chance for showers each and every afternoon. Thanks for tuning in for this extended weather outlook here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We'll have more updates for you throughout the day as we're tracking that heat, as well as tracking the storms firing up later in the afternoon.